In studio, we had Nana Witi giving us more information about the tournament that will be taking place next weekend in Kajiado County. But now I want us to shift gears. We want to get to the KCB Leadership Center here in Nairobi, and I want us to speak to Davis Mberia, who is at the KCB Leadership Center. Good afternoon, Davis Mberia. I understand what is happening this afternoon is all about Madira Soccer Assassins, and are they getting sponsorship, or what is happening?
Yes, good afternoon, Robinson. Yes, as you said, we are at the KCB Leadership Center in Karen. And of course, today we're talking about women's in football, and we're talking about one club that has been consistent and making sure they are actually stamping their authority when it comes to the National Women's, of course, League and the second-tier league. I'm talking about Madira Soccer Assassins. This is one of the clubs that has made history as the only club and the first club actually to play in the Kenya Women's Premier League as a school back then in 2023-2024 season. So today is the season, and today is the day, because they are actually going on to get that sponsorship that will see them actually flourish well next season when they are going to compete in the top tier league. Remember, they were promoted from the second tier league after actually their last match that was between them and the Vickers Queens was adjourned after Vickers Queen failed actually to show up. So I'll be speaking to some of the stakeholders, among them Vihiga County Governor, that is Wilbur Otichilo, and other, of course, sponsors who are on board. I'm talking about the former player of Canada national team, who is Lorraine Salzman, who will be sharing with us what is the motive behind coming to Kenya and how is she planning actually to support our girls when it comes to the next season in the Kenya Women's Premier League. I'll start with the Vihiga County Governor, Wilbur Otichilo. Welcome on KTN Scoreline. Of course, a big day for our girls, a big day for the women's football. What does it mean more so for this Vihiga outfit?
Thank you for this opportunity. We are very happy, and that's why I have a whole team from the CEC, the chief officer, the director, all are here because we are excited to have this partnership, which will see to it that Madira Assassins are sponsored to get in the Premier League. So we are very, very happy, and that's why we are here.
Bigger effort seeing them from the grassroots, and now they're playing among the big wigs in the, of course, top tier league. How does it mean to the county?
It means that we are doing very well. And I want to say that Vihiga is one of the few counties in the country who have enacted a sports act, a law that governs sports in the county. And through that act, we have established a sports fund that is dedicated to sponsoring teams from various backgrounds to compete, and they usually we sponsor them. And it's not only soccer. We also sponsor athletics, volleyball, and many other games. So Vihiga is, I would say, we are doing very well in sports. And as regards to the youth, we have so many programs on the youth. Apart from that, we have even a program on extravaganza, performing arts. So I would say that we are doing extremely well, and we would want to do even much better. Yeah.
Of course, much better. That will be seen if they'll be competing better when it comes to next season. They are back in the top tier league. What are your expectations, Governor?
My expectations are great, and I believe Madira girls are going to do very well. And it's not only Madira girls. We have Vihiga Queens, who have been in the Premier League for the last 6 years or so, and they have won 3 times the Premier League. We also have now Bunyore Starlets, who are also in the Premier League. So you can see now from Vihiga County alone.
Even Luanda Villa.
And yes, we also have Luanda Villa. So in the Women Premier League, we will have now 3 teams. The Madira, We have Luanda Bunyore Starlets, and then the Viga Queens. Yeah.
Governor, of course, Madira girls right now, they're also playing Butere, who are the national champions when it comes to girls school games, of course, outfit. How are you planning maybe for the future, of course, to highlight all these schools and maybe give them a platform by partnering with, of course, international clubs or international academy for them to get a further, of course, platform?
That's why we are here, because we are partnering with one of the agencies from Canada and US who have committed that they are likely to support us, and they are here with us. And therefore we believe this is a starting point. And if we are going to do very well, if our team is going to do very well, I'm sure we'll attract more partners to be able to join us. Yeah.
Maybe your parting shot to everyone who is watching you, a bigger fan of Madira Soccer Assassin?
I would say that my parting shot that Madira is going higher and higher and higher. Yes.
Thank you very much, Governor, for your time, and all the best.
Yeah. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and we look forward for this team, your group, plus our partners from Canada and the US coming to Vihiga this week. We shall be able to welcome them and ensure that they see the potential that we have. We have many other girls' schools in the county who are also having very good teams, and we would like to promote them the way now we are promoting Madira Assassins.
Thank you very much. That is the governor of Vihiga County, of course, Wilbur Otichilo, just sharing with us about today's event. And of course, he says this is another, of course, term for Madira Soccer Assassins. They are ready actually to make it and do well, better than they did in the previous, of course, seasons. Right now, I'll switch gears and talk about, of course, one woman who has been pivotal, and she is now coming to Africa, making her own way just to see our local football, when you talk about girls, is doing well. This is none other than Lauren. Lauren is a former player of Canada national team, played between 2011 and 2015. Welcome on Scoreline KTN. Of course, talk to us about visiting Kenya, and of course, why you chose to meet Madira Soccer Assassins before meeting any other club.
Well, this is my first time in Kenya, and I'm so honored to be here. And I've heard so much about the Madira Soccer Assassins. As you can see, we're wearing the new kits. And, you know, for me as a player, I've always been trying to help the grassroots, right? That's something I've been very passionate about ever since I've retired from playing. And everyone's like, you have to go see the amazing talent in Africa. You have to go. And so I was like, I have to go do this. And I heard such great things. I'm excited to meet all the players this week and, you know, just help them live out their dreams and just elevate the women's game in every possible way.
Of course, when you're coming, we have donation of balls and everything. Apart from the balls, which are some of the, of course, structures you're going to set, and of course, some of the donations you're going to make?
Yeah, so we're working on, you know, obviously making kits for the girls, and then donations of the balls and also cleats as well. And we're setting up something that we're doing all over the world so that people can donate items as well, and just to elevate the girls.
Are there any hopes that we'll see an exchange program, that our girls will be traveling to Canada and any other part of the world just to get that chance of playing for their preferred dream clubs?
Yes, that is something that we are working on right now. I'm working closely with our founder, David Clark, and we're working on some strategic partnerships in Canada and US to bring some of the players there and give them some trials and some opportunities.
From where you sit, maybe what do you think should be done? Because you've heard about Kenya, you've heard about our girls. They actually played in the under-17, of course, World Cup. What do you think should be done?
You know, that's a good question. I think that's why I'm here, is to answer those questions and just to kind of learn the lay of the land and how everything is done here and how we can implement ourselves and, you know, just elevate it. So, David can also answer that question as well. But yeah, I don't know if you want to answer that question more.
What was the question?
The question was, what should be done? What do you think should be done? Because Kenya is good when it comes to the girls' football. They've been at the international level, under-17 World Cup.
I think that you know, what we've seen here, I've been here for, this is my third time here, and I think what we're seeing is lack of organization in grassroots football and lack of focus on grassroots football. Everyone's focusing on the national teams, right? But we need to better organize grassroots football. We need to give more visibility to grassroots football, and what that does is that helps us bring support. Okay? And so that's what this program is all about, the Madira Soccer Assassins kit, is so that we can bring visibility to the women's game in Kenya, and then from there we can bring support, right? That's what this whole thing is about.
Your final word?
We're excited to be here. We love the Assassins program. Just so you know, we just had a team in Colorado, a girls team in Colorado, U14. They bought a shirt for all the kids on the team. 20 shirts, right? One team. It's very exciting. People are getting excited about the Assassins in the U.S., and we want to build their brand globally.
Lauren, your final, of course, word?
I mean, ditto to that, but also what's so beautiful about this game is that it unites us all around the world. And so if we can start helping each other, it's just going to keep, you know, growing the game more and more. And I'm just really excited to be a part of it.
Part of it. Thank you very much. Those are some of the stakeholders just that will be making sure, of course, Vihiga Soccer, Madira Soccer Assassins, they make their way. And actually, these are pivotal structures which are being set right from the grassroots. And remember, Madira Soccer Assassins is one of the bigger clubs that has produced not only just, of course, good talents, but also players who have got their chance to play in the national team. I'm talking about some of the players like Jane Hato, who plays for the, of course, Police Bullets and the national women's soccer team. So I'll be camping here just to, of course, later talk to the girls, how they feel and how they are actually preparing to do it well when it comes to the next season's Kenya Women's Premier League, of course, season. From the KCB Leadership Center in Karen, I hand you over to Robinson Okenye in studio.
Thank you very much, Davis Mberi at the KCB Leadership Center. It's all about the sponsorship for Madira Soccer Assassins.